What's good, everyone? I hope you're doing good as usual. So here we come to another week of sports. There's a reason why this is called March Madness. Because just a few hours ago, the number one seed in the NCAA tournament, Gonzaga University, got knocked out in the Sweet 16 or quarterfinals. I'm not too sure. So Jimmy Fallon made the prediction that Gonzaga will win it all the way. At this point, I'm sorry, Jimmy. I don't really watch, how the teams play in the tournament, but may the best team wins. So here we're also coming to the final stretch of the NBA season. Each team is having 9 to 10 games left. And the teams are fighting, off their brackets to face potentially a weaker opponent. So today, I want to talk about the games in the past week and the playoff predictions. So on Thursday morning, after several months of discussions and some issues with unvaccinated and vaccinated employees working, the mayor of New York finally announced that they will lift the vaccine mandates for unvaccinated employees in New York. We've talked about this for months or weeks, and it finally happened. So we assume that Kyrie Irving should be eligible to play home games in New York. It is happy. It's obviously a good thing, for the team, because they desperately need the full squad. Kyrie, KD, Simmons, Curry, and Drummond in order to win the playoffs and the finals. So this is definitely a good news for Brooklyn, and I'm pretty sure the Brooklyn and the NBA fans are also excited to see Kyrie dancing on court as he used to for the past few years, and hopefully he can keep this consistency in the future. So the game they played against Memphis away on March 23rd. That was also a really top class game between the West and the East teams. The Memphis Grizzlies, despite without John Morant, they're still playing phenomenal. Like the Brooklyn Nets, yes, they have Kyrie and Kevin Durant scoring 40 plus, but the Memphis are just playing team basketball. Literally, the last 6 minutes, Memphis are keep making baskets, and they won by 12 points. So Brooklyn gotta figure that out, and we'll see how they do in the playoffs. The second thing I want to talk about is the Los Angeles Lakers. So since their away game against Toronto Raptors, this Lakers team significantly improved. As from the perspective of a fan, this team was really able to keep the momentum, and I'm really grateful to see that. That Raptors game, obviously LeBron is doing his thing, and Westbrook and the big guys, Wendy Gabriel and Dwight Howard, they are doing superb. Despite after that Raptors game, the Wizards, that was an unfortunate loss, because the last 5 minutes they could have dominated, but they just let the other guy keep scoring. 7-3 Porzingis. The home game against the Sixers, that game felt really different. I watched the second to the fourth quarter of the game. The momentum just felt different because the Lakers without LeBron, they put Westbrook, Reeves, Monk, Stanley Johnson, and Wenyen Gabriel or Howard. They all showed up. Like the players are willing to make baskets, and Wenyen Gabriel and Howard, they're just doing what big guys have to do: defense, rebound, shooting, assisting. They played really good in that game, but however, the Sixers, they are putting their full squad in, with Tyrese, to Maxey, Harden, Thibault, Harris, and the MVP Embiid. So the Lakers, the first 2 quarters, they were able to hold the Sixers like that. That was far beyond impressive. Westbrook, yes, he's still having some mistakes, not shooting well, but he made really good baskets, especially I think in the last 2 minutes. He made really good plays, and it gave a sense of hope that, oh yeah, can the Lakers turn this around? Can they make some magical moments? Unfortunately, they couldn't turn it back, but I think this is a really good, momentum in order to win games in the future. So when the Lakers have a healthy LeBron, Anthony Davis, and the full squad, hopefully, they should be able to play better in the last 9 games to secure that play-in spot, beat the teams, and then just see how far can they go in the playoffs. So very, very exciting to see this Lakers team play, and like I said, we'll see what happens. The other team, Boston Celtics. Wow, they just keep. I remember the first 2 months of this season, they weren't doing like okay, something like that, but they just keep winning games. Like the coaches lighten all these players up, and they beat another dominant Utah Jazz. That was also another top class NBA game. The guys showed up, Tatum, Brown, Horford, all those players. They play really good at home, so they deserved it. And now they're even in the 3rd or 2nd seed of the East Conference. I remember they were behind the playoff bracket, around 11th or 12th at the first month or 2. So it's really impressive to see them jump to another level. We'll see, how they play out in the playoffs. This Celtics team is definitely an exciting team to watch. The Phoenix Suns, they are dominant as usual. Yesterday, Wednesday against the Timberwolves, it was another good win because Timberwolves, they also played really good. The Timberwolves definitely improved and regrouped from the previous seasons with D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and the other additional players, they also play really good. However, the Phoenix Suns are there's a reason why they're the number 1 team in the West. It's because they play team basketball. On that Wolves game, DeAndre Ayton was scoring 35 points and more than 14 rebounds as a big guy. So he's definitely a future defensive player, or maybe future player at MVP. We couldn't know, but the future is bright, and it's really exciting to see this Suns team. And just few hours ago, they played another away game against the Denver Nuggets. That was also a really intense one. Devon Booker, he scored. Wow, he was insane with, I think, 49 points, and playing like an MVP. And Chris Paul also came back to the game against the Nuggets. So I expect the Phoenix Suns to win the West and win this whole thing if they can. But you never know what can happen in the playoffs. So Phoenix Suns is definitely another exciting team to watch, as well as the Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets, they're still playing good despite the loss. Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Morris, Will Barton, and all those players, they're just playing really good. And yeah, it's all about the coaches, because the coaches, they can think of ideas, they can do something to make the team different. I think that's the success of Phoenix Suns, as well as the top teams in the East and West at the present. So yeah, that's pretty it. The other teams, they're also playing really well. I think Miami Heat, Milwaukee Bucks, Warriors. Yeah, Warriors beat the Miami Heat. There was also a scuffle between the Heat coach and players. Not too much comment on that, but hopefully they'll figure out a way to play better, and we'll see what happens in the playoff. So the Brooklyn Nets, hopefully they can play well. The Lakers, yes, same for them when they have the full squad back. And yeah, here we come to another month, so we'll see what happens in the playoff. Thank you, and take care.